This is strictly for those who want to utilize social media for business, to make money. Fame can be a byproduct, but if your intention is to gain visibility that translates into revenue, hear me out. So, a client of mine calls me last week. We're having a breakfast meeting and he's not himself. So I asked him, what's going on? Am I here? Are you giving me new business or am I here? And he tells me, how good are you at keeping secrets? Clearly I'm not so good, because here I am sharing it with social media, but you guys will never trace who this person is. So anyway, he tells me, he shows me a document that he's responsible for signing, right? This is $1 trillion document. This man has never even seen, I don't think even he's seen $1 billion. Okay, he's a rich person, right? He's a wealthy person, but not that level of wealthy. There are levels to this. Apologies, a phone call interrupted. Anyway, he runs a trust fund, and it's their trust fund that was responsible for overseeing this transaction between a bunch of investors that are lending money to the government. It was just that I think it overwhelmed his thought process. I don't think he's ever signed a document with that amount of money, and he was just excited to share that with me. Now, why am I talking about this? When you think of social media, I want you guys to understand that social media will put you in the situation my friend was in just different circumstances with different characters. Allow me break down. Now, when you think of social media and then you think of algorithms, I want you to understand that this is an issue of frequency most of the time. So if you're intentional about your social media, literally as you scroll through your feed, those are multiple timelines stacked up against each other. But because everything happens so fast in our world, you don't even realize that you literally quantum leap into a different timeline every time you scroll through your feed. It's an issue of frequency, and frequency is literally the rate or how you vibrate. So you are always attracting or repelling the same level of vibration. My friend, for example, based on his job over the years, he's at a frequency whereby he's able to find himself in rooms sealing that level of deals. It's an issue of frequency. He might feel not worthy, but his frequency literally brought him into that environment. When you think of social media, when it comes to the business lens, most of you think that you need to go viral. This is the biggest misconception. I've had videos go viral. You simply need to align with the same frequency of whoever you are targeting at. The person who's meant to receive your message at the right time will receive it if you have this level of understanding, not the superficial understanding you have of social media or even AI, because AI right now is becoming a thing, and I'm seeing most people don't understand how deep AI goes. In short, what I'm saying is, forget about trends. You need to start thinking in terms of connection. I promise you, if you can have a strategy based on connection, this will take you so much further. Second, whether it's a personal brand or a business brand, you're going to lean more towards your heart space. When it comes to social media, you want to follow a strict guideline on how people are supposed to do things. And this, you don't realize that it's keeping you in a box because you're operating from a standard that has been created for you. You want to break through that ceiling. Can you start getting comfortable with breaking rules? If I told you guys I've earned multiple 6-figure contracts from this audience, would you believe it? So if there's anybody who's supposed to challenge your mindset, it's somebody who's actually done it. You need to start breaking rules. You don't want to come with a corporate understanding and the corporate limitations and the corporate ideologies on a platform like social media. It doesn't matter whether it's LinkedIn, it doesn't matter if it's TikTok or Instagram. You literally want to approach this from your heart space. What feels natural to you? What do you feel you want to talk about? What do you want to lean towards? What do you want to share with the world? It doesn't necessarily have to do with your business, but you've got to be bold enough to have something I call self-expression. Self-expression will often make you leave memory in people's hearts and minds. And what you don't understand is networking is not basically just the cards, the business cards that you guys collect. Networking is a memory imprint you leave in others. So if you go to our last video that went viral, somebody said, whenever I go to the waters, I think of you. And that made me smile, because what they don't understand is, now whenever they're out in nature and nature is blessing them, if they carried my memory with them in that particular setup, guess who they carried blessings to for? Me. So you've got to understand that how energy works is that it can neither be created nor destroyed. So social media allows you to leave an imprint in people. They get to carry you, and when they can carry you in their memory, it means you literally have an indirect access to their networks. It doesn't matter if it's international or a global stage or local, but you've already tapped into something in their energy. And so naturally, your doors will open in other ways, guys. This thing is so connected. I don't even know how to explain it in a layman's language unless you're seeing the results. In short, can you stop seeing with just your physical eyes? This thing goes deeper. And don't think technology is separated from energy. No, that is actually a production from an energetic field. When you think of AI, think of consciousness. This is why we can put the same prompt and have completely different answers. Because how you get to program your AI is based on your consciousness. It's based on your frequency. Yet once you understand how deeply rooted this is, you've literally hacked things like money. You are interested in scaling your revenue and your visibility, please go to the experts. This is something we can help you with, because we don't only look at the superficial lens, we go deeper. And when it comes to depth, there are no limitations. Let me know what you think.